Bine. Și atunci ne băgăm la somn. Din nou. Da, n-am avut timp să-i vindec. Trebuia într-adevăr să mă duc să-i vindec pe aia. Las că-i vindec acum pe care pot. Aici e ok. Asta trebuie să-l... Dar n-am cum să-l vindec de... Bun. Cred că e timpul să îl căutăm și să-l găsim pe acest Darius Petrescu. Zic eu. Avem lanțe, avem. Nu știu dacă mai era altceva în camera asta, cred că am verificat tot ce era de verificat. Acum întrebarea e pe unde ieșeam. Pe aici. Cred că asta duce exact în față și ar trebui să mi-o și descuie în același timp. Dacă nu mă înșel. Suntem în Whitechapel. Da. Uite. Perfect. Și acum putem să intrăm pe acolo, bănuiesc. Hai să mergem în direcția asta, că e o zonă și după aia și o luăm așa spre stânga. Ia să vedem. Tocmai ce voiam să zic, ia să vedem, sunt persoane pe aici cu care să vorbim. Da, uite că sunt. Bună seara.
Excuse me, sir. I have a few questions for you.
Ce
Another
șapcă ai?
journalist? I didn't answer the first one, so piss off.
I'm not a journalist, I'm a doctor.
A
Da,
doctor, you say?
sunt doctor.
It's quite a rare breed in this part of town.
Really? But still, here I am. Dr. Jonathan Reed, at your service.
I'm Joe Peterson's son, but Colossus joker most. And I don't remember asking for your service, sir.
Nu trebuie să fii rău. O să-mi zici. Pleacă. Oricum nu o să plec, dar o să încerci. Ce faci? Cu ce te ocupi aici?
May I ask what you do around here?
I do whatever I want, and sometimes even more. Now sod off.
Ah, deci ăsta ești, a? Aha. Da, care-i treaba asta cu... De ce nu sunt doctor pe aici?
According to you, physicians are scarce in this part of town. Why is that?
Not familiar with this neighborhood, are you?
Nu chiar.
I guess your fancy colleagues are too afraid of being stabbed in the back.
This part of town does have quite a reputation. Would you say it's justified?
Da.
Totally. Look at me, for instance. I always look my opponent in the eye before knocking him out.
Văd că te chinui să ajungi pe listă. Și te descurci bine momentan. Te punem așa pe ultimul loc momentan. Ai zis ceva de Dorothy
Have you
Crane?
heard of a nurse named Dorothy Crane? She's a colleague of mine and is supposed to live around here.
Dorothy Crane. Yeah, I know her. One of the few good souls who dare to help the sick around here.
Could you please tell me more about her?
She's a nice girl. Tries to help the migrants. I offered to give her a hand, but she said my reputation would attract too much attention.
Ah. Ok, la revedere, mai vorbim mai târziu. Te țin minte. Cu tipul ăsta, cine e?
I don't have your money.
Barrett, you know the game. You pay for peace of mind.
Can't you just look the other way this week, Joe? Come on, we can sort it out, right?
It's not my call, Barrett. You pay one way or another.
Please, Joe. How long have we known each other? We
Nu-mi
even used to be
place.
neighbours, for Christ's sake.
I'd prefer not to
Ești
give
pe
you
listă.
another beating, Barrett.
Și clar pe listă momentan. Roagă-te să se întâmple ceva, dacă nu te mănânc.
Welcome,
Bună
sir.
seara.
Please take a browse of my wares.
I am Dr. Reed.
Te
I would
supără
like to
ăsta?
ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
Doctor.
Joe?
Interesting. I'm Barrett Lewis. Usually I don't have time to waste with talk, but at this
Încântat.
hour of the night I can hardly refuse.
Știi ceva despre Dorothy?
Have
Hai
you
să
heard of a
începem cu
nurse
chestia asta.
called
Tot
Dorothy Crane?
caut.
Nurse Crane. So the bitch really is a nurse then. Always thought she
Ce
was
tu cu
just
ea?
some crafty foreigner, that one.
Da, e o soră excelentă. Care e problema
Yes,
ta?
she's a nurse, and quite a good one. What did she do to gain such notoriety?
Dorothy Crane ain't even a real name. Something like Dorothea Craniu. Something like that. Came to England fleeing the
Craniu.
war, I was told.
That doesn't explain why she irritates you so much.
Your precious Nurse Crane gives away medical supplies and prescriptions for free. I offered to sell it for a fair cut, but no. Miss Crane wanted to play the quiet saint.
Deci te enervează că dă medicină pe gratis și nu o vinde, ca nesimțitul de tine. Am înțeles. Cum merge cu
How is business
business-ul?
around here?
Că
Business?
tot vorbeam
I
despre
have
asta.
no business. Between this racket, theft, and customers getting scared, I'm losing money every day.
I see. Sounds like you blame someone in particular for your situation.
It's no secret Joe Peterson spends his time harassing merchants. But with me, he's trying to put me out of business once and for all.
Da. Deci ăsta încearcă să-l... De ce? Are ceva cu el? Bine. Pentru că e bully. Bully. Sună atât de... amuzant. Ai observat ceva...
As a merchant, you see
ciudat
Whitechapel
pe aici?
every day. Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary recently?
What you mean besides the epidemic, the war, and all the usual crap? As long as I can remember, this part of town has been a bottomless pit, and no sign of the bottom yet.
Am crescut violențele pe aici?
Violence is
Care-i
increasing in the
treaba?
borough.
Yeah. A few nights ago, some blokes jumped me. Came out of one of the condemned workshops. Fever, madness, something like that.
Where did this happen? Why did you go there?
In the closed
Sună
workshops
cunoscut.
nearby. I worked there as an apprentice in better days. Now I only go to find trinkets or tools. Too bad I was mugged though. There was good money in that little box of loot I lost.
Ok. Cred că pot să o găsesc eu pentru tine. Ești ok?
Have you been hurt?
No, but that's only because I ran like hell. Those men were raving lunatics, I tell you. Not even able to speak anymore, just screaming.
Scales. Da, da, da. Nu știi tu ce să ia, dar știu eu. Păi cam atât am întrebat. Întrebări personale n-am momentan. Ia să vedem ce ai de
Right then.
vânzare.
Show me what you have.
Poate ai ceva bun. Astea pot fi bune. Acum nu știu exact momentan. Ia să-ți vând niște inele. Nu știu dacă am nevoie nici de astea. Dacă am nevoie mai găsesc, eu sunt sigur. De sticle poate că aveam nevoie. Hai să cumpăr astea. Acum nu știu sigur dacă am nevoie ea. La revedere. I-am upgradat deja pe ăsta. O să verific și o să mă întorc dacă mai am nevoie. Altcineva. Mai e cineva pe aici? Aha. Tu. Bună seara, părinte.
Forgive my interruption.
Do not apologize, my son. Father Tobias Whitaker is always happy to teach mortals about the incoming Armageddon.
I am Dr. Jonathan Reed,
okay.
and I just have a few questions.
A scientist? You are much more lost than I thought, my son.
Cum așa? Ia stai că mă sunt interesant, după aia te întreb de Dorothy. Cum adică sunt
What do you mean
ce
when
am?
you say that
Dacă
I am
sunt
more
om
lost
de
than you
știință.
thought?
All scientists are entangled in a world of causes and consequences. And most of them can't see the plain truth.
Quite a judgmental opinion, if you ask me. But what do I know? Blinded by science as I am.
Exact.
You are seeking answers, aren't you? Answers about the Armageddon about to strike the city. Answers about the hidden truth.
Chiar, dar da. Oarecum. Ok, te ascult. Zi.
Well, I suppose I can spare a few minutes listening to your so-called truth.
As a
Exact.
doctor,
Asta
you
nu
must
e.
be aware of the decimating epidemic. But let me tell you that this so-called Spanish flu is just the beginning of the end.
What do you mean?
The beast is finally revealing itself, corrupting the
Beast.
flesh and the heart of men. With my own eyes I have seen them, those minions from the abyss.
Bestia din Frumoasa și Bestia sau care bestie? Ok, care-i planul?
And what would be your answer to this biblical threat?
We must fight the disease before this legion outnumbers us. But not with scalpels and microscopes.
Ok.
No,
What
No.
is left then?
Dar cu ce?
cleansing fire.
Exact. Da. Cum să nu? Pune-i toți pe un rug și dă-i foc în pizda. Pardon. Ar trebui să zic cuvinte de astea. Ce e mai simplu de atât? Pune și dă-le foc de naibii. Dăm bolnavi. Și cum exact? Da. Știu deja, dar cum exact ai curățat orașul?
Tell me, Tobias.
Tocmai ce am zis.
What exactly is your plan concerning the cleansing of this city?
God will recognize his own. More than once this city has risen from the ashes, hardened and purified by the flames.
Aha. Ok. Deci ce ziceam eu mai devreme, nu? Da, asta e secolul 21, părinte.
Fire
Du-te
is
și
just
tu.
the instinctive answer of a
Mai
caveman
la
facing
țară.
something he does not understand. This is the 20th century.
Your
Exact.
lack of
Ce a zis
faith
el?
is predictable.
Adică eu.
But my task is to convince rational minds like yours to see the light. This is God's will.
You're mad and dangerous.
Exact.
You're nothing but a soulless butcher, a small-time Torquemada, the Savonarola of Whitechapel.
My son, if you think salvation is a free gift, go listen to the lies of that pompous fool, Joseph.
Joseph, a fool.
Vicar Larrabee
Joseph.
of St. Mary's Church. While
Okay.
he continues preaching his fraudulent redemption, more and more people die in the streets.
Ok. Așa, știu, Tobias crede că așa... Ok. Ai ceva
Have
familie
you any
tu?
friends? Any family left in these
Nu cred.
terrible
Că
times?
altfel nu era așa acid.
But I have a disciple I see as my son. He is so
Bravo ție.
devoted. I send him to preach the good word in the heart of this corrupted city.
Unde l-ai trimis?
Where did you send him?
I sent Samuel to the Stonebridge Cemetery, where the pestilence
Okay.
and evil grows night after night.
Nu cred că o să mai găsesc în viață. Îți zic de acum, cimitir. Ăia se înmulțesc în fiecare noapte, după cum zici tu. Slabe șanse, dar vedem. L-ai trimis să predice.
You sent him
Oh,
on some
care treaba.
preaching crusade during the epidemic.
As a true believer, Samuel will fear no evil while he walks through the valley of the shadow of death.
Ok. Bine, ok. Și știi ceva
Do
despre
you know Nurse Dorothy Crane
Sora
from the
Crane?
Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like the liberal ideas of nurses,
Bineînțeles că
but
nu.
I especially abhor that Nurse Crane you mentioned.
De ce nu-ți plac?
So you're not
Sorry,
exactly a
nu
fan
spune,
of Florence Nightingale's work.
lucrează cu știința.
But nurses are essential for modern healthcare.
Nuns should be the only women allowed to take care of male patients.
Da, așa e.
It's obvious only they have the necessary moral fiber.
Exact. Ha. De ce ai mesmerizing level-ul așa mare? Ok. Și de ce o urăști
Why do you
pe
hate Nurse
Nurse
Crane more
Crane?
than other nurses?
Sora Crane?
Before coming to London, she was a member of the communist resistance in her country. That's what happens when you let a woman get involved in politics.
Te străduiești tare să mă fac parte din rezistență. Te străduiești tare să mă calci pe nervi. Ok. Ok, părinte. Ne mai vedem noi
Goodbye.
în negura nopții. Da. Ok. Păi momentan aș vrea să mă duc să văd, să vorbesc cu Darius Petrescu ăsta. Și după aceea mai vin și mai inspectez pe aici.
One way or another.
Cheap price, good quality.
You're late. Where's my money?
Bună seara. Bates. Tu ești tipul la care l-am salvat.
Seems to get uglier every year.
De ce am impresia că mai bine te salvam? Stai un pic, vin imediat să vorbesc, că am văzut un coș de gunoi aici. Păi ăștia cine sunt? Da, am vorbit cu ei deja. Stai un pic, vin aici să vorbim. Bună seara.
Good evening, sir. Do you remember me?
If you're here for a reward, you'll be sorely disappointed.
Pentru că nu ai bani, ești sărac, lipit pe untri.
I'm not here for a bounty. I'm a doctor.
Trebuia să iei
Dr.
bani.
Reed from the Pembroke.
Doctor? In Whitechapel? What an opportunity. My name's Bates, Cadogan Bates.
Do you require assistance, Mr. Bates?
Not me, but your skills could help a lot of people round here. That would help my business, because I say a live tenant's a paying tenant.
Ok. Motivația nu e bună, dar și ai răceală. Vrei să te ia de aici
Since I took
medicină.
an oath to help people, can I be of assistance?
Well, seen better days, that's for sure. But it was bound to happen with all these refugees about.
Rasist. Sau mai degrabă zis naționalist. Că dacă ești din imigrant nu e chiar neapărat să fii din altă rasă. Da, naționalist. Deși naționalist pare a fi ceva de bine. Naționalist extremist? Da, ok. Ia medicină.
Infecting you is probably the last thing on these people's minds. Take this in any case.
Măcar au unde să stea din cauza
Give
ta.
me this for free.
Da.
Don't have a clue
Gratis.
about this place, do you?
Chiar. Știi ceva despre
I'm looking for Dorothy
Sora Crane?
Crane. She's a nurse. What can you tell me about her?
Dorothy Crane, bless her soul. I really should thank her someday.
Te-a tratat pe tine?
Has she treated you?
No. When I need a checkup, I'd go to a bloody doctor, not some back alley clinic full of sick foreigners.
Ah. Ok. Nu mai comentez. De ce pare așa de
It's
fericit?
unusual to
Care-
see someone so happy around here,
Da, mai ales în
especially
zona asta.
considering the current situation.
Why should I be sad now? There've always been wars, disease, tragedy. There always will be.
That's an unusual way of seeing things in these trying times.
I don't see why
Da.
I should shed a tear for another man's woes. I'm healthy, and I intend to stay so.
Ok. Cu ce te ocupi
What is
exact?
your business
Bănuiesc că ești
I
landlord.
offer fair lodgings for a modest price to the poor and weary of Whitechapel.
I see. And what about those who cannot pay?
Well, deals can be done, if you know what I mean. Money's not the only currency. After all, I'm not immune to a pretty face.
Ugh. Ugh. Yeah. Da. Da, profiți de ei.
In other words, you take advantage of these poor lost souls.
Begging your pardon, I thought you was a man who could appreciate the complexity of the modern world. Things ain't just black and white, you know.
Da, da. Ale tale sunt mai mult spre negru decât spre alb. Hai să zicem așa. Care sunt gândurile tale despre
Tell me,
situația din
what's
Londra
your
în momentul
honest
de față?
opinion of the increasing
Da,
violence
cu
in
violențele.
People are just beginning to discover what we've always known. This city's rotten to the core. They just took their bloody time to wake up and notice it.
What do you mean?
People are acting like the violence is news. But it's always been savage down here. It just bubbles to the surface every now and again.
Da, asta e adevărat. Londra întotdeauna a fost un loc foarte gri. Poate din cauza ploii, care o vezi în spate, mai tot timpul. Da, cu ce aș putea să-ți ajut business-ul
What
tău?
help
De
can
fapt
I
știu.
possibly be to your business?
That's simple. I already get good money from all those fleeing the war. Can you imagine what they'd be willing to pay if I could offer medical assistance too?
Mr. Bates, do not make me regret saving your life in this quarantine zone.
I understand, Dr. Reed, you're from a good family. Don't want to get your hands dirty. That's fine. I'll be happy to act as your middleman.
Da, nu mă interesează banii
I've
pe
no
mine.
interest in money. Perhaps one night I will visit you and take what I require. If that should happen, there will be no need for a middleman.
So it's a no then. That's too bad. The Reed tonic could have really helped people, you know, save lives. Isn't that what you do? I mean, people buy that swamber's shit.
Asta e adevărat. Cumpără porcării care n-au niciun efect, dar te-am întrebat de Dorothy. Da. Sunt sigur că te-am întrebat. În orice caz. Încă te gândești
You seem
la
to have
ce
recovered
s-a întâmplat
well
mai
since your
devreme?
attack. Do you ever think
Știi tu
about
cu
what happened to you?
Not much.
Savage,
It's a
yeah.
fucking nightmare. Savages, absolute bloody savages. Their appearance. Jesus. Make me want to puke.
You'd better not come back here.
Erau
I won't be around next time
transformați,
to save you.
să zicem așa. Da. Ai grijă. De ce? Da, cred că e mai mult despre de ce ai fost atacat, ia zi.
I want to know everything about the recent violence, Cadogan. And I want the truth.
Well, rent may be a bit high, and yeah, I've had to evict a few people. But that's business, isn't it?
Da, cam aș fi vrut să te fi găsit mai târziu. Trebuie să te oprești, totuși.
Take this as my final warning. You will not profit from the misery of others. Business is one thing, but what you do is quite another.
Really? What you gonna do? You ain't from here. You ain't Whitechapel, Doctor. You wouldn't know the first thing about playing dirty, even if you wanted to.
N-aș zice chiar asta. Aș zice să fii mai atent ce vorbești.
Goodbye, Mr. Bates.
Mai vorbim. Hai să vedem ce zice domnul Darius Petrescu. Bună seara, e cineva acasă?
What do you want?
Leave me alone.
Good evening, sir.
Bună seara.
I'm Dr. Reed. I'm looking for Nurse Dorothy Crane.
There is no Dorothy Crane here. Now goodbye.
I'm afraid this medical leaflet says the opposite, sir.
Really? Well, I'm afraid I'm going to close this door right now. Go bother someone else, Mr. Doctor. Maybe it's time to see.
To enter
Ok.
that house, I must discover who this man really is.
N-am rezolvat multe chestii.
Maybe I could start by observing what he's up to.
Ok. Și de unde observ? De aici? De aici. Ia zi. Aha, uite pe...
A strange man was at the door with a
Dorothea.
pass for our medical facility. I refused him entry.
Darius, how could you know he didn't need our help?
His clothes were too finely tailored to be from Whitechapel.
Perhaps just a friend of that stray poet who is always about.
Richard
poet?
Nethercott? No, not of the same cloth, this man. I suspect some machination from that journalist.
Clayton Darby. Is he still asking questions?
Clayton Darby.
Yes. I saw him drifting around St. Mary's Church. I swear he is tracking me just downwind.
Ah, ok. Deci două persoane cu care aș putea să vorbesc.
I must talk to that journalist or the poet. They must know about Darius. Nearby the church they just mentioned.
Da, am fost mai devreme pe acolo. N-am văzut niciun jurnalist. Nu m-am uitat foarte cu atenție ce pot să zic, dar... Ce mai e cineva aici? Tu cine ești?
You look so...
Bună seara!
Don't be shy, handsome. What can Christina do for you?
I'm not looking for what you're
E,
selling,
Cristina,
but I'd like to ask you a few questions.
ce s-a
if I may.
întâmplat cu...
I'm a doctor, Dr. Reed.
All right
Fața.
then, but be quick. Though I usually get paid when I open my mouth.
Bine de știut. Ai
Do you need
probleme
any assistance,
medicale?
Miss Popper?
It
Miss
depends on the
Popa?
price of your medicine.
O cheamă Cristina Popa. E gratis medicina, nu te
I'm
mai
shocked
stresa
that you
atâta.
would think I am that sort of man.
Forgive my suspicion. I'm so used to liars with good manners. Thank you, sir.
Ok, o cunoști pe...
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from
Sora
the Pembroke
Crane?
Hospital? Anything you can tell me about her would be helpful.
I don't know her, but I know her name is Dorothea Crăciunescu. She
Dorothea
came from
Crăciunescu.
Romania like me and many others.
You seem to respect her.
Dorothea helps the sick people of Whitechapel. Everyone should respect that.
Foarte interesant că ești din România și nu știi cum să pronunți corect Dorothea Crăciunescu. Ok, trecem peste. Deși Dorothea, eu n-am auzit numele ăsta Dorothea. Foarte ciudat. Cum stai cu
Christina,
sănătatea?
have you been examined? The epidemic is spreading fast in London, and you could be exposed, or expose others.
I don't like doctors or hospitals, but I don't like you asking questions.
Asta lumea niciodată nu ne-a plăcut de doctor. Nu că ar avea ceva cu doctorii, dar nu ne place la doctor. Da.
Considering your line of work, I assure
Ce
you it is
muncești tu
only
e
a
cât
matter
destul
of
de
time
periculos.
before you have health issues.
If it is going to happen, it will happen. Right now, I need money. That's what's important.
Ok. Dar despre sănătatea
You
clienților
can
tăi,
put your
ce
own
zici?
life in danger, that's your decision. But what about your clients? If you're contaminated, you will put them in danger too.
And you think that would worry me? If you knew the men I deal with, their health would not be what you'd worry about.
Ok. Să zicem să o las așa ca cum zici tu. Spune despre tine câte ceva?
Are you joking with me? People don't usually come to see me for conversation.
I have no interest in your work. I am, however, curious as to what led you into this career.
Short story. The war, exile, and England. This country is not especially welcoming. I've been refused many jobs because of where I am from. I had few options left.
Da, nu te judec.
I always thought I was the master.
Am mai auzit povestea asta și chiar și în zilele noastre. 100 de ani mai târziu.
I don't judge you.
You know, this money is not only for me. I have good reasons to need this money quickly, but it is not your concern, Doctor.
Ok. Nu te presezi. Asta e tot momentan. Mai vorbim.
Goodbye, miss. Take care of yourself as best you can.
Ok. Tu? Cine ești? Tu trebuie să fii jurnalistul. Poți să fii și poetul, că te văd că...
Excuse me, sir. Are you familiar with this part of town? Name's Clayton Darby, reporter.
Sorry, I'm new to Whitechapel.
Jurnalistul.
But perhaps you could help me since you're a journalist. My name is Jonathan Reed.
Dr. Reed, the famous surgeon. I'll gladly help if I'm able, sir.
Încântat de cunoștință. Mă bucur că știi de mine. Da, ce spun ziarele despre epidemie?
Keeping silent about the Spanish influenza. It's as though none of you care.
There's a war going on. People shouldn't be demoralized by news of deadly diseases.
E un pic cam criminal.
If no one stops it, this epidemic could turn into a scourge. It may kill more people than the war itself.
Yes, this is another kind of war, but just as deadly. History will judge us all for what we did and what we did not.
Ok. Nu ți-e frică să
Have you
ieși
any
noaptea?
idea of the danger you face in these streets at night?
E
I've
destul de
had to
periculos.
run and hide more than once from frenzied mobs incensed by the fever. Do you think the flu is really responsible for this, Doctor?
Nu chiar. Nu. Da, nu e o epidemie chiar simplă așa.
I'm convinced there is more at work here than a simple epidemic.
Really? To be honest, I could say the same. Some of the sick I saw or heard of. My God, what happened to them?
Da, nu vrei să știi ce s-a întâmplat cu ei. Crede-mă pe cuvânt.